live. Okay, get the blanket. Hey,
Go
everybody.
live in front of the fire.
At base camp.
I'm trying to get the chat up on my phone, and now I have sound that I don't want. I'm trying to get the chat up on my phone because I cannot see it from here. Okay. So let me know if you guys can hear me and see me good. I'm using my tablet again, which has a much better camera than my cellular phone. See, you got it too.
You get a commercial for your own live.
Excellent. I'm getting like, yes, we can hear you. Oh shoot, I'm about to hit my glass of water here and knock it all over the freaking floor. You guys can't see, but it's a skull face.
Cheers
for Halloween. And because it's the month of Halloween, that's also the month of. So actually, I'll be getting a year older in 12 days. I think 42. I think that's right.
It's going to be 32.
So how is everybody doing? As you jump into the chat, let me know where you are. I obviously am still in Oregon. So I did leave Bustown, but I have not left the state of Oregon. I kind of flitted around for a couple of days. I didn't do anything exciting. At this point, I'm resetting and I'm getting some stuff done. One big thing that I'll reveal later, but I don't like to talk about things kind of until they're set in stone and done. But there's a thing that's in the progress of happening. And also on top of that, I just need some time to honestly just sit still and do desk work. And luckily, I have the convenience of MoochDocking here with Mindy of Ninth Element. For those of you who don't know what MoochDocking is, it sounds like something horrible, but it means somebody has invited you as a nomad, van lifer, bus lifer, step van lifer. I don't know what other vehicles are out there. Whatever vehicle you live in. Honda Element lifer. I don't know. So it'd be SUV, right? SUV lifer.
SUV are you in? Yeah.
But if somebody says, "Hey, you can come stay in my driveway," and they give you the space to stay there, you always want to do so respectfully. Be aware of resources and be as gracious to your host. So thank you so much.
Oh my God,
as you can be. So yeah, Mickey was in here yesterday. He's kind of in his zone right now. Mickey is more of an introvert than me. So he's in the truck right now, but yesterday he did walk around Mindy's house and inspect everything.
He did.
And yelled at himself in the mirror,
which
is funny.
He hissed at himself. He's never seen his reflection before, and he thought it was another kitty. It was so cute.
So he's in the mirror,
yeah,
trying to show he's the alpha cat, and he's just hissing at himself, which was really, really funny. Oh, Lumberjacks, thank you for the $5. Ooh, yep. Is that in Australia? I don't know what $5 is. But Lumberjacks, thank you for the $5 super chat and the adorable super sticker. I love it. All right, I'm going to scroll a little bit, see what people are saying. Big Cat 624 says, "I hear you loud and clear here in New York." What's up? We got Angela Torres shouting out for Texas. We got Cheryl shouting out from New Hampshire. We got James also in Texas, in Houston specifically.
What's the weather like in Texas, guys? I'm dressed like it's winter here. It was cold a little while ago. I was outside. It was chilly.
I'll be honest, it's a bit more nippy than I'm used to and a bit more wet. I've been living in California, so the weather never changes. I don't even know when it's winter.
The mono season.
Yeah, I don't even know when it's winter because the weather literally never changed.
I know, being from Canada, and when I lived in Petaluma for 5 years, it was like, my family were like, "Oh my God, what's it like?" I'm like, "Well, it's spring or it's summer." And people would start to ask me when something happened and I would say it's spring. And I was married at the time. My husband would go, "No, that was summer." And I'm like, "What?" There's not really. There's 2 seasons there. It's the mono season.
And it's because I don't have kids in school or I'm not in school. At least when I was in school, I marked the seasons by school. But now I'm not in school. I don't have children, so I don't have children in school. And the weather was so the same throughout the year. There were spikes in being cold and spikes in being hot, but not enough that you actually marked the seasons. Like that was the weird thing about
that's true.
Yeah, like
you don't have very many trees down there that change colors or drop leaves.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, they kind of stay the same.
The vineyards do it, but if you don't live anywhere near a vineyard,
and I was like, I was basically, most of the time in like that Bay Area.
Look at me, giant.
And the Bay Area pretty much stayed the same, so it's like, wow, there's an actual weather change going on right now. It's weird.
And what famous author wrote the coldest summer they ever, the coldest winter they ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. That effect. Sorry, I'm tired. If you can imagine.
That's fine.
I'm stuck on my
external influences. Says lots of New York in the chat.
Okay, now I can get in the chat with my big.
Randy Mayfield says, glad to have seen this live cast from, I don't know how to pronounce that, Escondido, CA? It's in California somewhere.
Escondido.
Oh, okay, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I know where that is. I've been there.
Big Tech 64 says, we're having Indian summer here in New York.
Ooh, love those. Those are my favorites.
I remember that from when I lived in Maryland. We would have Indian summer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be in Maryland through the winter now because, it doesn't take long. I had a friend I used to work with in theater. She wasn't really a friend. She was like a boss who I had like a good relationship with. But you always say friend. Mm-hmm. But point being, she was saying, she moved to California and within a year or two, she went back home to, I think it was Minnesota or somewhere that gets really cold, and she couldn't stand it because her whole body had adjusted.
I'm from the village is at 6,000 feet in the top, or no, maybe at 8,000 feet up in Canada. And it's 18 feet of snow. 18, if you don't keep on digging your car out and stuff like that. And now I'm I don't know if I could do that again. I like to drive to the snow and go skiing, but then I like to drive away.
Yeah, that's how I am about snow. Yeah. It's I'll go visit the snow.
Exactly. Let's have a little vacation, honey, to the snow. And then come back. I know, because I literally ski to work and I would ski home because I could take a chairlift up and then take a ski run down to my house. And so it's I don't have to do that now. I don't even have those kind of clothes anymore.
Amanda Sinclair says, where I am in Ontario, we have 1 week spring and fall and 50 weeks split between summer and winter.
Oh. Hi, Mamacita in the house.
Vitiful says home for home. Hello from LA.
LA in the house.
Rescue Dog Treat says it's getting cooler here in Sacramento. That's the thing about because Sacramento's kind of in that zone. It gets cooler and it gets warmer, but it's not in this notable extreme way. Now, it does get cold in the Bay Area. Absolutely.
It is. It's
I've been cold in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. It's not LA.
You need winter clothing.
But it's not as extreme as I thought, which is funny. When I first got to California, my only image of California was LA. So I thought I was just going to be in shorts all the time. I didn't even bother to bring winter clothes. And next thing I knew, I was in hoodies all the time because it was so cold.
Why do you think they sell all those sweatshirts and sweatpants down in the cheap areas,
Oh, man.
I got caught in went down to Disney when I was for the first time. I think I was 24. And I was with a friend that had teenage boys. And that was they really wanted to go. And we had to buy in Disney these ponchos that everyone bought, and it's the same color. So you couldn't find your person with rain. And we also had to buy hoodies and sweatpants from some of the markets and stuff like that. I actually just donated one of those hoodies from way back ago, 30 years just recently, because I love that hoodie.
Sadie says, I just went and subbed to Ninth Element. So excited. So
it's a good time to sub. That stuff, not so. It's cringy.
Tina the Outsider's just throwing up leaves. Hey Tina, did you see I put your sticker on the back of my truck? I told you I would. I just needed a space to put your sticker. But it's among the first stickers that I put on my truck. because you have been like there for me since like day one when I was like a micro channel.
You're huge. You're world famous. And you're camping like at base camp. What's on my channel earlier today? You haven't seen that video.
FDM215 says I nearly froze in San Francisco one summer.
Oh, totally.
I've been very cold in San Francisco, but like I think I got used to the weather because I remember my first winter in San Francisco. Well, not in San Francisco, but in the Bay Area, because there is variables between one side of the bridge and the other. But I remember my first like winter, I was so arrogant. Like I'm seeing people walk around in like bubble coats and stuff, and I'm like, it's not cold. This is jacket weather. So I'm like being all judgy. They got on like beanie hats and like bubble coats. I'm like, this is jacket weather. Bubble coats. Like. And 1 year later, I'm like, oh man, it's chilly. Where's my coat?
Where's my puffy coat? Right. You're gonna be saying that up here. We're gonna have to get you properly outfitted for the rain. A rain with layers. No, because you'll need it.
Probably.
You will. I gotcha.
Vanlife Voyager says Central CA is hot, and we do have seasons here.
Yeah, I miss seasons. Well, no, I get them. I get them here north.
Yeah, there's definitely seasons. It's the extremity of difference, and I just never. It was cold and it was hot, but not like I lived in Maryland, where like winter meant you might be digging yourself out every day to go to work, like because that's how much it might snow. So the extremity of difference is so much more in other places. There are areas of California, because I remember the first time I found snow in California, but that's because I was driving towards Tahoe on my way to Nevada. Yeah, and I had gotten so neutralized to the experience of snow. I was like, this is possible? Like, I just didn't realize it was even possible.
Oh, yeah.
Even though California does have all of the temperatures, but you can kind of pick and choose if you want to go anywhere near them.
That's what I like now, is I choose if well, sometimes we have snowpocalypse here. Like, I've been buried by snow, a lot of snow. And I've been completely locked in the house. I did cross-country ski to the grocery store. Yeah. I mean, because I wanted to. But like, you couldn't drive a car out because there was, like, these old 80-year-old oak trees, like, falling down across the street.
Let's see what other people's temperatures are. This turned into the temperature chat. Nancy says it is getting colder in Massachusetts, except today was beautiful. I love that. When you just have this day, it's like, wow, it's really nice today. And you weren't really like looking for it and you realize it's a lovely day. Lisa Hing said just left Baltimore. It was 73 degrees. Ooh, nice.
That's perfect temperature.
Rescue Dog Treat says that fire is too perfect. Looks cozy. It is cozy.
Perfect. I built it myself. Yeah.
Robert's Jeepin said, we're in the SF Bay Area. Are you from Dawn? I was born and raised in Hayward. I'm in Oregon now. I was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, but I was basically mostly for the last like 3-ish years, I've been in the Berkeley sort of Oakland area. That's sort of been my main base of operations. And when things happened and I transitioned to nomading, that's where I was living. I was in the Berkeley, Oakland area. So it's really funny because people think, oh, I'm from California. And it's like, technically, legally, I've been a resident of California for the past few years, but like I spent the first bulk of my life in Baltimore, Maryland. It's funny, in the last few I've done so much more traveling around than I did for like the first 37 years.
Right.
Tina's the Outsider says, I'm going to meet you. We're going to make it happen. There's going to be something where we all end up in the same place, but I know you're pretty far away, and so like it just hasn't happened that we've collided in the same zone.
I love the impromptu van life meetups, like then you're not responsible for making sure it's a good time.
And it's not like an organized thing where you have to worry.
Right. Because you never know.
That's always the fear is like, on one hand, you want to say I'm here. Right. And it could be one person shows up, and it could be 30 people show up. Yeah.
I've seen that happen on YouTube before. I'm like, I wouldn't want to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, apparently, I don't know 200 people.
But then also, you can also plan for it to be big, and then like it's you and 2 people.
I know it'd be 6 of us. There's 6 of us in the state right now. There'd be 6. That's good content. greatest West Coast meetup. 6 vehicles.
Ricky says, hello, Dawn and Mindy from Wisconsin.
Hi.
Karen Coots said, hi, Dawn. Finally caught it live. Glad you caught one. Freedom Dove also says hello to Dawn and Mindy. Oops. Freedom Dove is a rock star. Like, every time I've had a troll, she's been in the chat, and not just her. There's all of my mods are amazing, but I just remember, like, she'll whack her troll faster than anybody.
She's actually one of my OGs on my channel as a subscriber. But when I had less than 50.
Yeah, Freedom Dove is great.
Yeah, she is. Dove, and I just sent her a message today. Like, is she on the road? Get on the road, Dove. I want to meet you.
Penny says 69 in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to assume that is the temperature.
Say it, it's a great position.
I'm going to assume she's talking about the temperature is 69.
Is your channel PG or set restricted? Now, this is not the children's hour. You have Auntie Mindy from the 9th Element in the house. I'm also Annie F-bomb and inappropriate. So, no, I'm just kidding. Dawn's like, what?
Says, Dawn, are you in a house, girl?
Yes. No, this is
no, I built out my box truck.
I did the 9th Element and I put a fireplace in it. And I also put pictures
we
up
built
on
in
the
a fireplace to a vehicle and this much space, It's going to be an amazing build.
This dresser and the artwork. And we have plants.
It's like the biggest vehicle ever. It's actually one of those big old semi-trucks, and we just built it. No, I'm kidding.
This is base camp. This is the 9th Element base camp. Welcome into my living room, everyone. I am so happy that you're all here tonight and supporting Dawn.
And you got people in the chat letting them know who you are, because I think somebody said hi, Dawn and friend.
I'm nobody.
It's like, the friend is Mindy of 9th Element.
Nobody. I'm just a little traveler.
Apparently today in Montana there was a high of 90, but tomorrow will be in the 70s.
My girl Kimmy G. I hope she watches this back. Kimmy G, that's hot for Montana. I want to go there.
External influences that what is the black and white pic behind you near the TV?
Oh, good call. Okay, so that I love that picture. You can zoom in later or now, however you can do that on your phone. I had a tortured boyfriend that made that for me. It's a silk screen of the Donnie Darko movie. Love the movie. And then we had a fight and he burnt it partially, but I stopped him from burning it. And then I did say tortured. And then to make it more cohesive or fit in with the frame, I burnt the edges. And so in real life, it looks super cool. It's like I like punk kind of stuff. And I like, I like it. Phoenix Rising. It's a great print. So yeah, Donnie Darko.
Now we've answered that question.
The 69.
I actually asked about that the other day when I was in here. I was like, oh, that's cool. What's that?
She's like, what is that? Yeah, no, it's my tortured soul of love painting. Yeah.
Marie Lambert says, by the way, Marie's my middle name. Hey, Mindy and Dawn, it's raining here in Alabama. 80. Congratulate me. One more step closer to getting on the road today. Woo-hoo! I bought a 2005 4x4 Z71 Chevy to pull my Guildstream. Am I reading that right? G-U-L-D stream that we are remodeling.
Oh, Gulfstream.
Gulfstream. Okay. Yeah, it's a misprint. Got you. Typos happen. I'm with you.
You're going to drive that or someone else's? I am so nervous of toads. Actually watching you drive. So I've been helping Dawn navigate around the yard here because I've never had people come and park in the yard before with a box truck. So it rained a little bit. I'm like, yeah, Dawn, come on in, get in the yard. She pulls in and starts sliding. I'm like, oh. Anyways, we got her set up.
I'm safe.
She's safe. But it's like, that's a big rig. Like, in your vehicle is a big rig. Like, it is.
And it was also tall, and I think if the box was sitting down closer to the wheels, it would, because honestly, as a box truck, it's only not that big. It's only an 8x12.
I don't think the red truck
really
tiny was that tall.
Height that does it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the length of Paul's truck, but I think like the height difference because I sit on top of the wheels.
I feel like you're a 4x4 box truck. It feels like it's lifted. When you see your truck in person, it looks lifted. We need to get you different tires. Those tires are not going to fare well in Oregon for the winter. We've got to get you different tires.
Tires expensive.
I know, but Dawn, when it's your home, honey, we have to do it. We'll figure it out.
Freedom Dove has linked your channel, Mindy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rich Mountain says, "Hi girls, blessings from San Diego."
Ooh, San Diego. We were just talking about that earlier because
Scott's there.
Yeah, one of
Static
our friends.
Campervan.
I mean, I've met him at Chrome's Meetup. Yeah. I actually toured his van. Mm-hmm.
Scott is a great dude.
Yeah, he is.
Baby Big says, "Dawn, you've been my inspiration. I have a Chevy Express. Rock on. And I would love to meet you." Nancy McIntyre, thank you for the $5. It says a start to your tire fund.
Yes. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you so much.
She needs new tires for Oregon. We'll get you there.
Oh boy. Wait, I'm trying to find my place in the chat again.
It's moving fast. See, this is why I have someone read my chat because I'm so special.
Donna Dunlap. My godmother's name was Donna, which is funny because my name was Dawn and my godmother's
name was Donna too. But you know what?
Awesome.
She spells it D-O-N-A.
Donna. Oh, just one N?
Just one N. Yeah.
Okay.
She's my godmother. Yeah.
Donna Dunlap says 71.5 here in Ottawa, Canada.
What?
Indian summer till Friday.
That's high for Canada. That's a beautiful Indian summer. You must have beautiful sights with the tree turning, all the leaves turning.
This must be reply to the 69 rescue dog treat says nasty Dawn. LOL because of the 69.
Nasty. Who says 69 has to be nasty?
Freedom Dove says, "It doesn't look like I'll be leaving this year, maybe, but more likely it'll be next spring. We look forward to you getting on the road."
You know, just put the key in the car and turn it and go, darling.
Randy Mayfield has contributed $5 to the tire fund.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you. Anybody else wants to donate?
Yeah, tires are a worthy cause, and they're definitely something I need.
Yes. No, we must figure that out. Mamacita, tell Dawn of my recent tire story. Tire fund. I forgot. Mamacita.
Oh, it's the $20. Thank you for the $20 towards the tire fund.
Recent story. I forget what your recent story is.
Mamacita in the casita.
Isn't that it?
Yes.
So I met this subscriber. She's my friend. And I don't know if she has much of content on her channel, but she stayed here at base camp. And she had a different name, but just because of who she is, because she's Latino, and Mamacita is like a Latino, like hot mama.
Yeah.
And she has a casita. And if I really connect with you deeply and I'm not satisfied with your given name at birth, I will give you a nickname. So I gave her a nickname of Mama Casita in the casita. So I love that name.
That's alliteration, right? When you have that rhyming structure.
Yes.
I don't know.
Nerdy, super nerdy. Yeah.
Well, actually, English was my subject in
school.
school.
Love it. I'm gonna disappoint you.
Valerie Hyde is throwing up hearts for the Donnie Darko movie.
Yes, right. No, this is a one of. This is a one of pink Silkscreen, and this person is a very talented man. And we had a wonderful time together, and then the wheels fell off, and he's tortured.
Oh, we got like a Canadian $20 for the tire fund. Thank you, Jennifer.
Ragamuffin, thank you.
Thank you for the $20 for the.
Oh my God.
And Ragamuffin, your fun.
And your birthday's coming, so.
Oh yeah, what I need for my birthday is tires. Apparently.
I know. So. I'm one of those ladies, because I'm a chef too. Like I remember getting a blender, which was the blender of its time for my birthday one year from a boyfriend. And somebody said to me like, "Oh, that's not too condescending." And I didn't get what they meant, give a woman a vacuum and she'll clean the house or whatever. Like, give a woman a blender and she'll make a smoothie. Like, is that a bad thing?
Mamacita in the casita says Minnie and Dawn beat Harvest 2022 in Sydney, Montana.
So do you have that 71 degrees out there? Are they having heat waves out there too? I wish we were having a heat wave. I miss it. It gets down to 37 at night here at the base camp.
Tina Outsider asks, oh my God, Dawn, have you decided on an online bank yet? I may not have been asking because I don't have one. I may have just been asking to talk about them. Oh, wow. So, Rich Mountains, thank you for the $100.
Thank you.
Towards the tire fund. One driver side front tire with 4-inch round high happy face painted on it.
You should. In fact, I might do that on the Element. That'll be new tires, people.
And there's nothing wrong with my tires. They're just not winter tires.
Their tires are great.
Yeah, my tires are in amazing
San Diego
condition for like general road conditions.
No, she's in Oregon now. She's traveling through the mountains and like it's the rain. Just how I saw how they performed in my yard, I'm like, you're gonna need stay on the pavement, girl.
Heather Cave says, so great to see new friends together. Dawn, it makes me happy to see you out and about enjoying your box. Thank you so much.
It's beautiful.
So exciting. Woo, woo. Oh, and I love the paint on the back door. Thank you so much.
It looks great.
Marie Lambert, thank you for $9.99 towards the tire fund. Because I know they are not cheap.
No. Oh, you have what, 6 tires?
I have 6 tires on a box truck, so they ain't small.
It's gonna be an effort. Just saying.
Marie Lambert, circling back to the trailer question. I can't wait to learn how to pull it. My first time since he did. I can't wait to come join the fun.
Yes.
We can't wait for you to be here.
Look at us. I mean, I reached out to Dawn, told her, if you ever come in north. I've reached out to you a couple times last year before you came north.
There's also enough people in Oregon. It's like, well, I know people in Oregon, so I might as well go. Right. Janet the Hip Gyp, I believe that means gypsy, says, I've set a goal to leave here on my birthday, May 30th next year, ready or not, LOL. That's what you got to do sometimes. Pull the trigger because you can spend forever planning and never get on the road. So, sometimes you just got to set a goal, pull the trigger, and go.
Yeah.
And the worst that happens, honestly, is that you go back.
Well, you don't have to be on the road forever. That's the beautiful thing.
Exactly.
You don't. And, yeah.
You can also have a base camp. Like, some people,
I will always have a base camp.
Yeah, maybe you don't need a 3-bedroom house, but maybe you want to rent a studio or have a smaller place.
I would love to have a studio.
Yeah. Again. There's somebody I know in the California area, she always keeps a small place. But it's small enough that it's not a piece of property she has to obsess over when she's not there. And she has a small enough van that she can just park there. Park there when she needs to, reset.
Oh my God, that's the best of everything.
Yeah, and that's what houses are really good for, I have to admit, is having that reset point where you can just stop. Because what's not fun, I will admit, is when you're pulling your vehicle apart in the middle of a parking lot, trying to get yourself back together after being off-road,
Yeah.
And so houses are really good for that. But I would never want something like that felt like this big thing I needed to protect when I wasn't there as well.
I see a comment that I feel like I should sing to. Marianne A., here's a French song for you. Bon anniversaire to you, et tu. Bon anniversaire, et tu. Bon anniversaire, Marianne A. Bon anniversaire, et tu. So that's French Canadian happy birthday.
I was going to say, was that happy birthday?
In French.
I barely remember. I learned French in middle school.
Yeah.
But I barely remember.
I know. I don't remember a lot, but I remember that one.
I can sing bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, what's the bonjour?
Bonjour. Et comment allez-vous? Très bien.
I forgot that one.
Très bien, merci et vous.
I forgot
Which
that
I do
one.
know what the song means. It's hello. And how are you today?
Look at that.
Very well. Very well, thank you and you.
International live chat right here.
So I've always intended to go back and learn more French.
Yeah, I love it. It's a beautiful language. You know the language I love? Spanish. I love learning Spanish when I travel through the Baja. Like, I love Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Spanish and French are very close.
Yeah, they have a lot of cognates is the word, nerd.
Yes. Is it and crossover? Is it also crossover? Or is it cognates? Is that
cognates are basically words that sound the same.
That's
across the languages, and there are even some cognates between because they're all.
Such a nerd.
I'm such a nerd.
I love it.
But I did terrible in Spanish for some reason. I always went back to French because I was like,
well, French was the one you wanted to learn.
Well, it's the one I got introduced to first, and the younger you are introduced to a language, the more you tend to adapt to it because, like, the more firmly. Because English is a hard language to learn if you don't know it.
Right.
But if you know it, it feels easy because you've been word associating. I'm going off on
tangents.
But I would love to, like, actually learn French.
I want to learn Spanish.
But, yeah. Demalia J says, hi, Dawn from Oxon Hill, Maryland. One of my home areas. Valerie Hyde says people are starting to have issues with getting tires, long lead times. At least that's what I've been hearing.
Not in this area. Not for what you need. There's plenty of places here. We have plenty of connections. Robert's Jeepin is in the chat. He's a great wealth of knowledge. You can hit him up for questions.
And I am not going to pronounce your last name. And F in stuff. She gave me a $19.99 for the tire fund. Thank you so much. I feel like this is my birthday present. It's a tire fund.
Fingerstad. Are you from Germany or Sweden or Switzerland? Anne. I love your profile picture, Anne. It's really pretty. Thank you.
Thank you for Freedom Dub for thanking everybody for the super chats. I'm doing my best to
keep up with them. Working it out. That's a tough job. Please don't give me a wrench. I'm so glad that nobody else is giving me a wrench. I only have a few wrenches out there.
Ellie's Adventure says, hi from GA. Who needs cable when I have all these great channels to watch? Whoops, don't drop your laptop. And honestly, even on my end, I now am at a point where I'd rather support creators than, like, cable channels.
Totally.
Like, as much as, like, people complain about the money that YouTube, quote unquote, takes, like, that is
they provide a platform
to support their infrastructure. Yeah. Like, it is not cheap to host a video.
No.
And basically, we get to, like, get them to, like, host us and put us on a platform for free.
And the ways to safely transfer the money, too.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say YouTube's always fair, but, like, the divide between YouTube and the creator.
We just got a parcel.
Oh, package came.
Oh my God, my delivery guy is cute. Just saying. He's my kind of guy.
You better go get his number.
Awkward. Hi. I like your delivery. That's my opener. Would you date me? Put a comment.
I think she has a chance. She just needs to go for it.
Oh my God.
He'll be like, oh, that's so cute. I don't know how guys say it.
I don't know how it works.
Mama Sita in the casita says, my casita tires were bold. Something told me.
That's right. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes.
Drove 20 miles and got new tires. Whoa, like that's wow.
Oh. External influences. You're welcome.
Yeah. You must be further down than me. I'm scrolling so slow. Kalina Cat Lady gave me a happy birthday Dawn song and love to you and Mickey. Oh, by the way, I've had Mickey over a year. I didn't get a chance to post about it, but Mickey's adoption versary actually came up while I was at Bustown. He did get a new water fountain. Actually, it was one of the packages I picked up the first time I came here.
Okay.
He has like a new little water fountain, and his old water fountain, it was plastic and it was catching mold a lot. And I heard the stainless steel ones actually do better. And the new one is clear and it runs by USB, so I don't have to plug it into like a regular 120 plug. So it's been working out way better. So Mickey got for his adoption versary a new kitty water fountain, and he's been drinking it a lot, but I never see him. And I only know he's drinking water because less water's in it. But the little fountain does seem to be working.
He's shy to drink water in front of you.
I think he drinks a lot in the middle of the night. He also like eats food in the middle of the night. I leave out dry food for him.
Rescue dog treats. I had a Russian Blue Point kitty named Thumbelina for exactly 15 years.
Aww.
And she passed away last summer. And I feel like I'm cheating if I get a new kitty. I'm at the point now, like I'm ready to get a new kitty, but I have changes coming, so stay tuned.
It's better to settle into the change and then
bring pets in afterwards. Yeah.
People have asked me when I get another cat if something happened to Mickey, and it's like I just don't know because I think that would have to be a mourning
15 years?
Yeah,
I mean, she was my family.
Well, like there's always been a gap between pets for me because I grew up with this dog named Sparky, and Sparky was like the best dog. He was like half German Shepherd and half who knows ? His dad, her dad was definitely a German Shepherd. But the rest was ? I had no idea. And it was a while. It was a gap before we got our next two dogs who were Missy and Lady. I'll never forget.
We had a dog named Lady too when I was a little girl.
Well, one of us named, I don't remember how the dog got named Lady, but the first dog we had was named Lady, and it was a little teeny tiny thing. And so when we got the second dog, my mom decided their names needed to be in theme. And so that's how Missy. Because it was like, I'm naming this one. It's Missy. And she wanted them to be themed. And I had a dog with my roommate. And I think that's why I kind of didn't want a dog, and I didn't realize it. And so I'd always wanted a cat because my mom didn't like cats.
I love cats. I love dogs too. But I mean, cats are a little more independent.
Yes.
They're independent.
And I've always wanted a cat, and I could not have had a cat with my mom.
Yeah.
She liked them just fine, far away from her.
Right.
Like, she didn't hate them.
And then there's people that are allergic to them. I would be so sad if I was allergic to cats.
Yeah. I have a friend who's allergic to a cat and has one because she loves animals so much. That has to be the hard part. If you're allergic and you're like, I can take them or leave them, but when you're allergic and you love them, it's really, really hard. So she had to
Rescue dog treats. I saw your comment. So the story about Thumbelina quickly, because I don't want to take over Dawn's life.
Oh, do what you got to do.
She was a rescue. So I went to take my other cat that was alive when I was apparently adopting her and didn't know it. I went to take my other cat for a vet service and buy some cat food from the vet shop. And they had this little kitty running around the lobby, and the cat climbed up my leg all the way up and started like licking on my ear and meowing at me, and I was like not trying to be weird. And she was polydactyl, so she had thumbs, but she was tiny, but her thumbs were like as big as her head. They were so huge. And I was like, I love this kitten. Can I have her? And long story short, they end up giving us this kitty and 2 flats of cat food, and I had her for 15 years, and what's my love? She's actually buried outside the front window with a stone out there so that I can look out the window when I have tea and see her.
Crap, I lost my place in the scroll.
This is lit.
Solo Northwoods, I don't know if I thanked you for this, but thank you for the $4.99. I assume this is the tire fun chat. So anything that comes through, I'm gonna send it for the tire fun.
Lay down your rubber.
Nancy McIntyre says, what is your Cash App? I wish I knew first. I would have sent it to you. If you go to the description of my video, I can never remember these things off the top of my head. The Cash App is listed in the description of the video.
Thank you. Because YouTube takes 40%.
Yeah. And FDM215 says, I sent a bit via Cash App for your birthday tire fund. Thank you so much.
I see Momager in the chat. Elma McGuire, Momager for this Bus Life story. Yeah.
Rich Mountains says, gotta go back to work. Bye. This might have been a while ago, but I'm saying bye now. It says everybody enjoy the evening. Oh, FDM215 put my Cash App in the chat. If anybody wants to hit it up, it's apparently $DawnofVanlife. Why can't I remember that?
Freedom Java went to 40% at the beginning of the year. Because that's when I became monetized, was in February this year.
Rescue Dog Treat says, thanks for the French lesson.
Oh.
I can also do the alphabet.
In French?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, Elemental P, U, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
What? I don't even know that.
These are things I remember from
And
my
these
first
are
classes.
important things to know in times of right now.
So I could ask, how are you, to somebody who speaks French and say the alphabet.
I can swear.
Yeah, I can't do that. And Je m'appelle is my name is, right?
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle Dawn Marie.
Dawn Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Je m'appelle Mindy Pants.
Oh, Lorraine Keller says, I sent you $10 to your tire fund on PayPal. Thank you so much.
You, Lorraine.
I make fun of my tires.
Red, Marty, you know what that is. You can look that one up.
FDM215 says, I'm trying to revisit Spanish. Took years of lesson in school. Can't say much of anything, though. That's a lot of us, though, because a lot of schools force you to take at least one language. And then a lot of times you forget.
Like the way the schools were back in the 70s and 80s in Canada, it's a form of French immersion. Like one class was always French. And if it was more, like all your classes, like social studies, math, art, everything were in French. And so the children, and it's not a bad thing because it trains, once you learn how to speak one language, you can speak multiple languages. It's easier to learn a language once you've learned one.
And like if you're younger, it's also like more exciting. Like when you have a job and you're an adult and you're just speaking the same language all your life, like trying to force another language. And again, having that immersion where it's not just like Spanish class or French class or German class where you actually have to use it. Yeah. Like I used to know the numbers in French too. I kind of know them, but like if I would, but if I had to go plus like having to actually reinforce that, and the goal isn't a grade for French, but a grade for math, then that's gonna seal it in your brain a little bit more. But I think it would drive me crazy to try to do it at like 42.
I think I'm actually gonna sign up for those one of those online speaking classes.
Yeah. Nancy McIntyre, thank you for sending more money on Cash App. Demalia J also says check Cash App. I love painting stuff, door, grill, and mirrors. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who's reaching out on Cash App or PayPal. It's hard for me to click out to check those right now, and I will lose the chat. So. Did you answer? Do you have pets, or did you just?
Yeah, I answered that.
Yeah, so
that was
not currently.
No.
I'm probably like losing a lot of the chat, and I'm going like super slow. Charles Hart says, "Oh wow, he's a whole year adopted," which means he's like a year and so he was 6 weeks when I got him. So what? That's like a month and a half. So yeah, he's a little bit over a year old.
He's
now.
a little sweetheart, and he likes me. Go figure.
Oh yeah, he was getting petted. You should have seen him. He was like, "All right, great, keep petting me.
Yeah,
this is great. Keep petting me."
He was into it.
Anthony G says, I've been thinking how high and deep for counters on the box truck would be good. Step van owner here? ? I think you can, because like with a van, you have to adjust your counter size because there's not much room. But I think for like a step van, because I've been in Paul's step van and a box truck, which are actually in the same family as far as like commercial trucks go, like you can almost use like a standard countertop. Now, the thing with any vehicle, because I've seen this happen on step vans too, it's the depth. Like the height isn't, you can just put the height like a normal height in like a house, but the depth is if you do something on both sides, it can start to close in space. Because I've seen big step vans,
Yeah.
when you go in them, the depth of the counters are so much, you have this tiny little aisle in the middle. And for me, like, the advantage of like a vehicle that size is the space. And so when you do those counters on both sides and closing your space like that, you sort of defeated the purpose to me. Like, I like the way Paul's is, because like he has that kitchen countertop on one side and it has a decent amount of depth, but then they have like a table, living area.
It
that
can
makes
also
the
convert
space
into a twin bed.
Yeah, and it makes the space feel way
Yeah,
more open on the other side, because he didn't do. I hate when people do the double countertops, because to me, it, like, even in buses, it defeats the purpose, and you end up with this little aisle in the middle. And yes, it's nice to have storage.
They can also make that table into a couch.
Yeah,
they made it into a couch when we were on the coast.
Yeah, they were explained. They didn't convert it for me, but they explained it to me, because I'm sure you've seen the box truck, not the box truck, the bread truck.
I cooked eggs Benedict in it.
Go through like a few transitions.
Yes,
and so like I really like the current layout. It's really
it's
cool.
Beautiful.
But
it's like a studio apartment.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
We were talking about.
And those back windows he installed back there.
Yes.
Oh my God, there's a dream.
So the blind can go so from up to down, and then from up to down, like this way from the top. And so they can set it where when people walk by, they can't look in the back window, but they can see out. So, I mean, our views of the ocean in our last spot, oh my God, it was so gorgeous.
And what I really love about the bread truck is it didn't start out with a perfect build. Like,
no.
He went in the bread truck, as is, pretty much set it up enough to like
see it when it was in that configuration?
I saw it on a video, but I've seen an earlier version of the bread truck where it was kind of in an in-between state, where he had kind of started the kitchen area, but it wasn't what it is now. And so now to see it, it's like in person. Those were the 2 times I saw it in person, which was like about 2 years ago, and currently, and even just seeing in person that change.
It's a sexy home. I love it.
Because now he has a shower.
Oh, the bath. I was able to take a shower.
It's a roomy shower.
I know, but it was raining and it was cold, it was misty, and I was like, I wasn't wet. It's like, I know we've been on the road for a few days, but I, did the usual van life shower bath thing, and it was like, I don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
And then Paul's like, we'll give you the whole truck. We'll light the candles and everything. It's like a spa. And I was like, it sounds great, but I just didn't want to have a shower. I didn't want to take one.
Well, the funny thing is, like, back in the day, about two-ish years, in 2018, I remember we all took showers in Paul's truck, and it was basically a bucket.
In the
stairwell. And now he has
Oh.
like a legit shower.
It's so nice. You know what I love about it? He's got the it's like the metal roofing, but it's bent. What do they call that? What is that called? Is that called corrugated steel? Whatever. Anyway, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he offered to let me do a film of it, to do a tour, and I was like, no, I still want you to do your own like film tour of it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I love is, like, he just started, going back to what we said earlier, like, he just started, like, how many times have you redone your element?
Well, I said in my video talking to Isaac, it's times 6, but I've only filmed it 3 times, but probably 10 times since I bought it. I bought it in 2008, and when I originally traveled, I worked in the same industry as you, so I worked festivals, or like music and production. And so I would just throw like this custom cut foam on the floor in the back, and I would fold it up like a taco, and then I'd put everything I need in containers in the front. And when I got there, I'd pull the containers out, and I'd have my outdoor carpet, and I'd put the bed down, and it was like great headroom. And then it's had different, layers of builds in. So this is really build 6.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of people obsess over having the best build ever, or the perfect build.
You have to live out of it.
But it's like, I think if I had gotten the box truck first,
right?
If I had gotten it before I lived in the minivan, before I lived in the Chevy van, before I lived out of a car, I think my layout would be different.
Totally.
Because it would be based on living in a house.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can watch all the videos on YouTube you want, but it was the experience of having lived in those other vehicles, having experimented. And even in there, like, there was stuff I didn't think about.
Right.
Like, today I was thinking about
gear
something
changes.
Yeah.
Like, gear changes too. Like, especially for me, where I literally have a minimalist micro camper. I mean, I know that I glamp and I kind of have a lot of stuff in it, but compared to when I first started camping, I have nothing in it, like nothing at all.
And then like you minimize like your house stuff.
Yes.
And then once you get out there, you realize there's things you need to make room for that you didn't think about because you were living in
and
like
when
a
the
house.
seasons change, like when you live in different parts of the country or different seasons, like I didn't grow up in the desert, and I'm not sure I'll ever survive out there camping, especially with the wind. I've talked about it.
I remember when I went to RTR. When I went to RTR, like my impression of the desert was like what I'd seen on TV.
Right.
And so I'm like, why is it cold? And so, like, I write to my friend who grew up in Arizona, and I was like, I'm in the desert. Why is it cold?
So cold.
And she's like, actually, a desert is defined by extreme temperatures, not necessarily always being hot. And I'm like, okay, nerd.
But I'm
You
telling
know, it
you,
sounds like something I would say.
And then the area that you guys camp in, it's rocky.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I can get down with that, but like at night, it's like sprain an ankle or bust a leg country. Like it is.
Yeah. And I learned like there are different kinds of deserts, which I didn't know. I just saw TV and like all those
I
scenes
thought
of
it
the
was
desert.
sand. I didn't know it was rock.
Like, what is this?
Boulders?
TV lied to me.
They're having a great
The chat
time
is
in the
probably
desert.
just
What,
going.
breaking their legs, spraining their ankles.
Well, that was a long like tangent on how high should the counters be in a box truck.
What was that?
The question was like, Anthony G says, I've been thinking how high and deep for the counters on the box truck would be good. Step van owner here. And we went on a tangent and ended up talking about deserts.
Yes.
But like for height, you can go with house height. I think for depth, if you're custom building them, if you're not going to buy them, like, you know, just ask yourself how much room you want. Like, if you don't cook, like if you're an elaborate cooker, a lot of those people really value their I say those people like you don't cook. Like, but the value of counter space for spreading out for cooking for somebody who cooks a lot is going to be different to somebody who just heats up soup a lot.
And people will agree with that. In fact, I had that discussion with Paul and Ellie in the bread truck, and we discovered something with some equipment that I had that Paul could expand his counters. Because both Paul and Ellie love to spread out the food and cook.
Yeah. And I did miss not having it. Like, one of the things I loved about the Chevy van, that was the first experience I had of having a permanent counter space. And that was the thing in the minivan, like that was impossible. So, and I was constantly in situations where I couldn't cook outside. And
right, because you were in the city. You can't just like bust out of your kitchen.
You can, but that's the way to get yelled at.
They're going to be like, you're camping in your car, you're cooking off the back deck.
And I had a way to cook in the vehicle, but it was not comfortable. And honestly, I still have a big burn on my leg that I never talked about because like something bad happened and I knocked something over because I was sitting down cooking in this very cramped space and I had the window cracked. And then it's like you forget a pot, and so like you're reaching, and then you know, and
it can happen.
The good thing now is like there's still a little bit of cooking Tetris because that's just the lifestyle. Yeah. But it's like I'm standing up, so it's not like, you know, if I forget a pot, I'm in danger of like knocking something hot off a burner, reaching for something. So that was like the hardest part of the minivan. It just wasn't enough room for anything besides sleeping. Yeah. So yeah, this chat is just going. I've been running my mouth.
Go figure.
Lady Debbie S. Vanlife, thank you for the $1.49 contribution to the fund and the star. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't acknowledge that, so I'm sorry. Fit to be read. Thank you for the cute little super sticker. How's it going with the $5, which is going to go to the tire fund because apparently that's what we're doing for my birthday, the tire fund.
Mama Jer, get my phone number from Isaac and call me so that you can talk about the questions you have in the chat because I can answer a lot of them for you.
There you go. Tina's Outsider said I had a dog called Missy. That lets me know how far in the chat I am.
Tina went to M21, didn't she? I think.
Did you, Tina?
I think so. I think I saw her in a video. Like I've been dipping in and out of videos. Like I think tomorrow we have a date. We have a date up in Oak Ridge. You might see us tomorrow.
It's a 3-way date.
It is. It is.
Rescue Dog Treats, by the way, said all way to honor her love, Mindy. I'm sure she's talking about your cat.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved her and I honored her. She was sweet. She helped me through the hardest parts of my life. She really did. She was amazing. She was my companion animal. I loved her.
Christy Eaton says, "Hi, Mindy. Nice to meet you. Thank you for hosting our
My pleasure."
Cheers from Napa Valley.
Napa Valley. Oh, I love Napa Valley.
Napa's beautiful.
It is. This time of the year, it's beautiful. I think it smells luscious in the fall.
Some people be hating on Napa because saying like, y'all not really the Bay Area.
No.
What I've noticed living in multiple places is just the arrogance some people have about like their place.
Oh, God.
Because like when I was in Maryland and I also ended up living in the DC area for a bit, there's like parts of Maryland, like counties in Maryland that associate themselves with DC, and they are so hardcore about that DC identity being different from Baltimore, and the Baltimore people are like hardcore about their Baltimore identity being different from DC, and they're like right there next to each other. And in the Bay Area, at least people are far enough away that it's justifiable. But like in Maryland, it's like you guys are next door. Like, like stop acting.
I guess I don't experience that kind of stuff in California because in Oregon, it's like you're just from Oregon. You could be from Monroe, you could be from Portland, you could be from Newport, Lawrence, Eugene.
Well, maybe all the Oregonians.
Bend.
I don't know if that's the right word. But maybe
we all blend together.
Maybe all the Oregonians are like, we gotta stand together.
We do.
And just be Oregon.
We're Oregon. We're proud to be from Oregon. I guess I've spent 23 years of my adult life in Oregon, and I'm going to be. I'm 53, so it's a good portion of my life.
But I see you still repping your Canada.
I am. I'm Canadian, Dawn. Got a Canadian flag back here. Got the Ted Harrison.
Your coat you had on, I noticed the Canada flag was on the sleeve. The coat you had on this morning. Yeah.
Totally. Oh, well, it's like I don't want to forget my roots.
I'm
not American.
Loved Canada. I don't remember how I started loving Canada.
Because we're amazing.
But I got obsessed with
This is what a Canadian is like.
I'm trying to think. There was definitely a TV show I watched when I was a kid.
Bob and Doug McKenzie, Strange Brew.
It was a kid show. It was definitely a kid show.
What about the Degrassi Junior High or something?
I don't even know. Yeah. But I remember, and then like at one point I was trying to go to, it's called the University of BC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get in, but like it was
UBC is where I got my culinary degree.
Oh, there you go. But my mom was like, honestly, even if you got in, we couldn't afford it. So I kind of gave up on that dream.
Yeah.
Because
our parents, they make the wrong decisions for us.
Well,
because experience.
It's out of the country. It doesn't feel like it because like you drive over the border and everything. That was the weirdest thing about driving into Canada. Like everything felt the same, except like suddenly everything was in kilometers. Right. And I was like, I don't know what this means.
What is the speed limit? You're like, oh my God, I'm speeding. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not.
What is kilometers in Celsius? I don't understand.
Oh. And I'm ruined because we were just talking today about something and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I accidentally.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I accidentally set my freezer to Celsius instead of Fahrenheit because I used it as a step, so I must have stepped on the button. And I don't know what buttons to hit to set it back. So I was like, well, let me make sure it's set at the right temperature in Celsius to freeze. And I was like, what is this in Fahrenheit? And you didn't know. I'm like, you're my Canadian American translator.
It's like I have to be like this human calculator like right away. And it's like, no, I'm not a math elite. I'm a chef.
Thank you for all the happy birthdays in the chat. Stacy Eastman, thank you for the $20. It's going to go to the birthday / tire fund.
Paul's channel is Paul Barger for the bread trucker. He's got some interesting videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is she allowed to drop his link?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody has the links, drop them in the chat. I'm all about supporting other channels.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I have nothing against that. Now, sometimes I do block links in my comments, and that's only because a lot of pornography gets posted.
Have you noticed?
I probably should have said that word.
There's been an uprise in pornography in the comments.
Yeah.
You don't get to see that in our comments because we delete it beforehand. But I had a new content creator call me today. And I'm going to be ambiguous here. And they were like, I just got a comment in my comments and I clicked on it. And it was like this.
Never click.
Right. And there was like some lady like shaking her booty and stuff. But it was They were like, it was really pornographic. I'm like, don't click on those links. Don't open them and block them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if I go back and look at my blocked comments, if I see that they're fine,
Yeah.
I'll post them. But some people think I'm blocking like their channels from being posted.
No.
I am not.
No.
It's because I need to catch everything with
Yeah.
your link, and so it might take me a while to get to it. So it's
Same.
your link might show up like a week
Well, and
later.
Freedom Dove is in here. She can like vouch in the chat. YouTube actually deletes comments because she's been an OG on the channel. I can't imagine her commenting anything nefarious. And I'll see that she's left a comment because I get it in my email, and I'll go to look at it and it's gone.
Yeah. And also, like, unfortunately, YouTube is run by a lot of robots. So sometimes there are words they're looking for, and the way that you're using the word might be innocent.
Oh.
But because of some sort of automatic catch system, it just gets pulled. So it's not really malicious.
But her comments are no different than any others.
Yeah, but it's weird.
So weird.
It's
yeah.
weird.
And then I have a viral video, and it's viraling again right now. And YouTube, before I can even get to the comments, they're already on it. So whatever, I mean, which is kind of cool because
yeah,
I don't get a chance.
The stuff that ends up in the back end, I review eventually. But yeah, there's some stuff where I'm like, okay, the comments not there anymore. There's really nothing.
There's nothing we can do when it's gone.
Yeah.
So hopefully anyone seeing this doesn't think we're blocking and deleting people, because I'm not that savvy. I'm just not.
But yeah, in chat, everybody's saying, like, if you just look for Bread Trucker and Paul, like, his channel will pop up. Ohio Girl.
Or Bread Truck Police Pullover. That's the easiest one.
Yeah, his Bread Truck can pull over a couple of
I love, that's my favorite video, is that one.
Lynette, thank you for the $2 contribution to the happy birthdays. All right. Geez, how long have we been on this thing? It's been over an hour. It's been fun. Like, that hour went fast.
It always goes so fast.
Yeah.
I love being with you all.
When I hit the hour, though, I start to do the wrap up. So I might be quick scrolling a little bit, looking for questions. Just for replay, an hour turns off a lot of people, but 2 hours really.
I love being on live with you, but doing my own live, I'm still like super nervous. So you will not see me go live very often. But when I do, it's going to be really good.
FDM215 says, I see a lot of scammers on financial channels pretending to be the creator and trying to lure people into WhatsApp combos.
Oh my God. Yes. In relation to your comment, I get these like super generic and super scammy emails every day in my email box from that same thing.
Christine Lights, thank you for the $5 contribution to the tire fund. And Eva, thank you for the $4.99 with the hype. Everyone. Love the hype. The hype is awesome. Eclectic Soul says, I love how this live is just you guys having a cool conversation. I feel like I'm there.
That's why we do it. We've been talking about what's going on with the world and how it's turning into a turd, and just connecting with people. With everyone.
Silvio Garcia says, as a teen, I was allergic to cats, but I would pet them anyway. Right. Sounds like my friend. I got over my allergy.
I would die if I was allergic to cats. I would still go through the pain to be with
I would be like pouring my eyes because I'd be like, the kitty!
I know, right?
Puppy!
I probably am allergic to them, but I just...
I've actually been allergic to certain cats. It seems to be the longer hair cats. Because I was renting a room from one of my friends for a little bit, and she had a cat, and I love that cat. That cat was like a puppy. Mickey's not like a puppy. Mickey's too. I love Mickey, but he's definitely not like a puppy. And like that cat was like a puppy. Like it would be up underneath you, wanting to play all the time. And it was so cute. I could not stay away from that cat. I was sneezing every night, like popping allergy.
Right. I would have to get allergy medication. I will have a kitten again someday. And you will all meet my kitten.
BDiva101 says, when will you be posting more videos? Hopefully this week. I mean, I posted one on Monday, which I usually don't post on Monday, but that was because I didn't post it last week. My goal was for that video to be up last week. I was actually going to break it into 2 parts and ended up making it one video. Actually, you can attest. I've been killing myself trying to get
enough solar.
Yeah, it's been a struggle with like
batteries
power
are charging in the
and
house,
stuff.
swapping
Yeah.
of my batteries for her batteries, and like she has extra work she has to do for what is it called? Sponsorships.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm working on some stuff. I mean, that's the goal. Like I'm trying to. That's why it's nice to be here at base camp, because the goal is just to really focus.
Having you here.
Thank you.
Me too.
The goal is really just to focus in on some quote unquote office work.
Yeah.
Because I have a backload of videos that just need to be edited. And so that's what I kind of want to work on for a while I get some other things in order that hopefully I'll be able to talk about soon. But yeah, that's the goal right now.
Lily! Oh my God! Hi, Journey via Lily's lens. I just wanted to say hello. I see you. I saw you in. So my lives. So when I do premieres or live streams and stuff, I go back and watch them later to see the comments. And I saw that you commented, but I missed you.
Tina Altota said, "Dawn, can we do a live together one day?" Absolutely.
Totally.
We just need to sort it out. Misty says, "You look so cozy and comfortable."
It is.
Amanda Sinclair says, "This was a nice live because you both have a great natural rapport." Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Journey via Lens just says, "Hey, Mindy and at the DawnofVanlife."
Hi. She's an OG. She's a longtime supporter.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, for both channels.
Tina the Outsider said, "I screwed that up." Tina, you know what's up. She says, "I need a gas money fund." I feel you. I know the pain. It's like people are like, "When are you going to come out to blah blah blah?"
Right.
And I'm like, "When I got enough gas money for that long of a trip." And like people ask all the time, like, "How do you afford this? How do you afford this?" One of the tricks is honestly, like, when you need to make or you need to build up money, you just don't travel as far. Right. You limit your travel. Like really early, it's like I worked like 5 days a week. And so on the weekends though, because I lived in the vehicle, I could go anywhere I want, but I could only go so far because I had to calculate coming back.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is about when I went to Canada that one time for like 2 hours, I keep making the time shorter and shorter.
Like were you literally there for like overnight or just?
Yeah, I got there late, slept, and in the morning.
So you got there. So I went there at about 5.
This was Chrome's Christmas thing,
party.
In like what 2019?
Yes, 2019. We were both there
at different times.
We didn't get to meet each other because I had Christmas with my very dear old high school, like elementary school friend, with her family. And so I went like in the afternoon and like I left just I think as you were coming.
Yeah. And I was trying to get there, but I literally left. I was running a show in the San Jose area.
Oh God.
And I was like, and it was a Christmas show.
How long it takes to drive?
And I was like, can I get to Canada and back?
You are freaking hardcore.
And it was crazy and insane. But I'm glad I did it because I had no idea if COVID was coming the next year, so it didn't happen that next year. And I really wanted to meet Chrome because I'm a big fan.
It's such a great group of weirdos.
And
oh my God,
I've always wanted to go to Canada, and that's also how I met Scott in person for the first time.
Same.
Hi,
Scott.
So I'm glad I did it, even though I wish I was able to stay there longer because I think Chrome. He was going to tour my van, but like, and I was in the minivan at the time, and I had to get back for work. And so, like, I literally killed myself driving there, I think, in like a day and a half and still got there later than I wanted to. And then I had to kill myself getting back because everybody had Christmas off, but we were going to start right back up. And so I didn't have a lot of time to get back to the San Jose area because the show was bouncing between San Jose and Berkeley.
Which from the border without traffic, that's a long haul. I've done it because I lived in California for 5 years.
The funny thing was I got to the border and I was like, oh crap, is there anything I should have to cross? I had a passport. But I was like, is there any rules about crossing the border? So I pull out my cell phone and I'm like, crossing the Canada border. Because I didn't know if there was anything I was going to get in trouble for. But I made it across the border. You know, I was there for a little while and I don't regret it. It was fun. I met some great people. Heather Kelly, let's see this before the chat. Thank you. I've been running my mouth. So I'm like, wait. Miss VG3 says, I was so late, but I love seeing your two faces.
Thank you.
Ralph says the background looks like my house. Beautiful.
Oh, Ralph. Really?
Julia Percival, I can't pronounce your last name. It's the...
I'm going back. Percival Ferian. Whoops, slow.
What she said.
Ferian.
I like the Percival. It sounds very sophisticated.
Julian Percival.
But she says, if you ever come to NC, North Carolina,
I
I have land you can camp on. Rock on.
Well, North Carolina is on my list because my bestie just moved out there in September and sold her house in Portland and bought a place just outside of Asheville. And it, from what she says, it sounds beautiful.
Freedom Dove just posted the link to Tina's channel. Everybody should click on it and subscribe. Subscribe to Tina's channel.
Let's get her.
Let's get her monetized.
Is she over 1,000?
No, I think she's still trying to get to.
Let's get her over 1,000.
Get Tina monetization, so she has money to get to the West Coast, and also because she deserves it.
So she was at M21. I can see the comment here.
Yep,
I thought so. I thought I saw you in some content creator stuff.
Subscribe to Tina's channel.
Get minimalist. Hello. So she needs 400. What? 400 more subs. We can get her there.
We can get her 400. Come on, guys.
Okay. Tina, just keep coming back to the chat so we can shout you out.
Tina Dalside says, I'm going to DoorDash my way to Texas. You're hardcore, girl.
I'm going to YouTube my way out of this house.
Marty Malone says, if you love gardens, Bouchard Gardens in Victoria.
Oh, Bouchard Gardens.
I said it right.
You did. They are gorgeous. And so are the Crystal Gardens, which Chrome actually did a film on those. Into where there's a tropical garden and butterflies and stuff.
I have a goal to get over the Canadian border in the near future. I just found my passport again because I told you I couldn't find my passport card.
You know I'm from British Columbia.
Yeah.
Right? You know I know my way around BC.
Well, now I have people to tell me where to go instead of just
going
blind.
I have a base camp for us to land. Yes. Thank you. So Nancy's saying subscribe to both. Thank you, guys.
Julie Percival says Mindy has the last name right. It's French. Is it French?
My last name? No, it's not French.
We're getting people to sub to Tina's channel.
Element. It's periodic table sounding.
Buddy says just subscribe to Tina. She's at 627. Come on, guys. Keep it going. Let's get her numbers up. Dorothy says, Tina, the subs are coming.
Subs are coming. Tina, I thought you were worth 1,000. I thought her channel was bigger than mine at one point. Mine only blew up because I have a weird, cringy viral video.
Sometimes it's that one video that gets a lot of attention.
It's the one you don't want to go viral. You're like, what?
Well, the one video, like, people will still come back to, and I'm shocked about it because it was just me being honest on camera. It was the one I did where it was, like, not black enough, not gay enough. And people just come to that video a lot, and it's a lot of people.
It probably speaks to them.
Yeah, it's just people who felt like not enough of something that they're supposed to be. You know, like there's a stereotype of whatever that thing is. Rather, it's know being a woman, being a man, being a certain race, being a certain nationality, and what that's supposed to look like.
It's just effing hard.
And like, and then there are people who will judge you for not fitting into the box of what they think that is. Like, I, as a teenager, was a fan of Britney Spears.
You should be.
And like, it's not a big deal now, especially with the resurgence in popularity. But I remember I would hide like my Britney Spears CDs because I knew I would get judged. Because, like, in my neighborhood, you only listen to rap and R&B.
Oh.
If you listen to anything else, it's like, well, what's wrong with you?
Inside shite, right?
And now, like, the funny thing is now as an adult, I've met so many other Black people who listen to Britney Spears. But at the time, it was like this thing that I wasn't supposed to be. And it's Britney freaking Spears. She was like the cutest little bubblegum Now she has a whole
Quintessential,
drama.
different genre.
Yeah,
drama,
like associated with her. But I'm talking about like when, you know, her first song came out, and I'm like,
What?
hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh my God, right here. Okay, you're witnessing here on the DawnofVanlife Live. I've hit 29,000 subscribers tonight. Dudes, this time last year, I had 500 subscribers. Exactly, this time last year. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Who's watching? Tell me where you're from in the world and why you're watching me. That's what I want to know. And what you like. And what you don't like. I read all the comments. You might not see them on the channel, but I read all of them.
Freedom Dove Shop. Tina again said, Tina tries very hard to make great videos.
Yeah.
Love me some Buddy. Her dog is awesome.
Tina, I think you're a great content creator.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think
don't try to be like anybody else but you.
Absolutely not. Like try to always improve your style.
Yeah.
Don't become
it's like
else.
Cooking. You have to find your favorite foods and then your spices and then your way. I mean, I hanging out with Jaylena and Isaac has really helped me find my flavor and my cadence and my my own style for my channel. Like I'm also not watching a lot of other content creators right now, and that way it's not clouding my brain of what I need to make for my channel.
So Journey via Lily's Lens says, so I've gained 5 new people this week, but my count has gone down. This has been going on for months, and I have no clue why. Unfortunately, I have to say sometimes also people leave. Like I'm sure I've lost. I don't count. Like I'm sure I've lost like subscribers along the way. Like people come, people go.
I've lost 6,000 since my channel started.
So it's like
6,000.
Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes it's YouTube does unsubscribe people, but also like people just. There's people whose like content I like that honestly don't watch as religiously as I used to. Or, you know, I go through moods or I'll be like, wait, I haven't seen that person's content in a while and I'll intentionally look them up, but it's been a break. And so like the ebb and flow is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can say the best thing, yes, everybody wants to get that 1,000 and get monetized, but just always try to improve your content.
Yeah, that's what I say is like content, like just create the best content and edit and stuff because that's why people want to come back.
Yeah. There's this guy I watch and he is actually a tech reviewer. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. MKB. He has like the letters. It's a black guy.
Oh.
And young black guy. And he was hanging out with this other tech creator and he said something about losing subs. Like, would you want to do this or would you want to lose this many subs? And he was like, I'm going to be honest. Over the life of my channel, which has been several years, I've probably lost that many subs. But it's like you lose 5 and you might gain 10.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to have the 15, but sometimes that's just what happens. And he's like, I've always just focused on improving my content.
Yeah. You want views.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Views are what you want.
Subscribers are nice, but
if it is,
you're always going to get viewers who aren't subscribers, and not all your subscribers are going to view. And the view counts count a lot. Like there are people I may have watched for like months before I went, oh, I'm not actually subscribed to them.
Yeah.
Let me subscribe just because I didn't think about it. I just liked their content and then YouTube kept recommending their content. And by contributing to their view count, I'm doing a lot for their channel. Just, you know, contributing to their view count, watching their videos all the way through, commenting. Like there are certain people that I will just comment to serve their algorithm. I honestly don't have anything to say and I used to not comment. But now, even if I leave an emoji, I'll comment on that video just to help them because, especially if they're smaller, like a lot of times I'll do that or like I'll just hit the thumbs up. Like I still watch, I don't know how many people watch Anthony.
Sorry.
Mindy's getting a phone call now.
Pardon me, it never happened.
But his current channel name. I'll wait for Mindy to get on the phone.
Oh, hi, sister.
But his current channel name is Vanlife East Coast. I still watch all his videos, and sometimes I don't leave a comment, but I try to throw a like on them. And it's because I want to support his channel, and I'm not always leaving like an actual verbal comment. But like I try to make sure like to like stuff that he posts and just contribute in a little way to helping them grow, because I know that's also important. But that was but don't obsess over the tiny numbers. Just always keep trying to improve your content is what I say. Because some people are like, oh my God, I lost like 10 subscribers and I don't know why. You'll probably never know why. All you can do is keep trying to improve your content. Yeah. That was me talking a lot. I was supposed to be wrapping up this live and I'm still like talking. I got Freedom Dove says I used to dance to Spears back in the day. Freedom Dove says you rock, Mindy, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Freedom. So that was my girl Beth from New Mexico. You can see videos on my channel of her and I traveling together through New Mexico and Arizona this past winter. She was calling to say hi.
Julie says you said her last name right, by the way.
Oh, I did. Look,
French.
My French is doing so good.
I failed as a French student. I couldn't pronounce it. But I can still say the alphabet in French.
I didn't even know the alphabet. I love this. I love it when someone else does a live. I know I'm reading too. If we're quiet for a second.
I always feel bad when I'm not talking and scrolling.
Oh, some people are really good at that.
Yeah.
RJ Rawlings, you're coming over. Do you live in Eugene? Do you know where I live? Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Or you want to hang out with us because we're fabulous, which I would want to hang out with us too. Honestly, I would want to have a friend like myself. I'm coming back from the phone call. I heard you talking about having subscribers versus views. And I mean, either way, for me, it's like I'm ambiguous about it. I love it and meeting people that are like-minded. But you want views over subscribers. So you have to create great content so that people are going to want to come back. If you're just throwing things up willy-nilly, yeah, you know, that's good to learn. But if you want to be serious about it, you know, go down the rabbit hole of YouTube and learn how to film, learn how to edit, learn how to lay over voices, and learn how to lay over the music. And make it so for me, my channel is a diary of my life. It's a fingerprint that I'm leaving on the world. And I want my friends and family and people that I don't know to come and see it and have a good time and feel good. And for me, at the end of the year, it's a place for me to reflect, like, this is what I did this year. And then I don't feel like low or poopy or blue.
Yeah. And also, so on the more technical level,
technical.
Do not underestimate the power of a thumbnail. Like
yes.
For a while,
I
did not put that much effort into my thumbnail. Still aren't great, but it don't let YouTube randomly pick a thumbnail from your video.
A picture's 1,000 words,
and that thumbnail is gonna be people's 5-second choice, maybe even less than that. 1 second choice on if they're gonna click on that, and your video could be amazing. But if your thumbnail doesn't grab them, they're never going to click on it to watch it.
And I've changed my thumbnails on some of my videos, and I've gained views like gangbusters.
FEM215 knows who I was talking about. Marquise Brownlee. That's his actual name. The tech reviewer I was talking about, who was like, yeah, I've lost that many. He's lost thousands of viewers over the life of his channel because that is just what happens in a channel that's around for a while.
Well, at the end of the day, YouTube isn't real. This is real.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah. And Roxbury also says, MKB, Marquise Brownlee, he is great. He is a brilliant young man.
I'm going to be looking him up when we get off this live.
I am not even an Apple fan, and I will watch his Apple videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
no! What's happened? Oh, no, we're back.
Okay.
We had a minor glitch with this.
Wait, let's check. Is the battery... I can't see the battery from here.
Is it plugged in?
No, it's not plugged in.
Oh, Dawn.
Do you have a Type-C plug of it?
Yes. Thank goodness I'm charging the Jackery. And the MoFi. Hang on, I got it.
The screen went black, so we're just making sure we're not gonna And
Here, there's a seaport on here. And we can put it on the table like right here. Look at that.
well,
What side?
it's on this
Oh,
side.
dang
That's the
it.
problem.
Hang on. I'll move the table closer. We got some professional rigging.
Technical difficulties.
Professional rigging happening
This lab is
Whoa.
powered by Jackery.
This live is powered by this
It's
tiny,
the baby Jackery.
the baby Jackery. Okay. Oh my God.
No, your lamp. I swear we are not drinking. There is no alcohol involved here.
Oh my God.
This is just adults not knowing how to adult.
Grown-up ladies trying to be technical.
I swear this is just water.
I'm having wine.
I just have water, but yeah. A lot of people know who MKB is. So now you have to look up Marquise Brownlee because he's awesome.
I will.
He has like a really awesome style to his videos.
Deb, did you like that?
And now I've lost the chat.
It's a shit show. Oops.
I've lost the chat. Where was I?
You love glamping? So do I, Julie. Oh my gosh. Did you look at my videos with Crescent Lake? I don't suffer at all. In fact, cordon bleu trained chef, I eat good in the woods. My bed is amazing in my camper. Although I don't have a camper anymore. It's all ripped out. I'm starting over. To be continued on my channel.
I've been drooling over her element since I saw it. I was like, here's the element. Hi, Mindy.
Yeah. She really did not want to talk to me. She wanted to look at the car. I'm like, okay, get in there. And now it's ripped out.
Yeah.
I made her like me.
Now you can't pay attention to the
You
car.
have to pay attention to me.
But I was like, there's
a lot of room.
One of the two vehicles I really like for a micro camper is the Honda Element.
Quintessential.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I want to be a historical figure in the Wild West, traveling in my Element camper.
Demalia J says sometimes it's better to resubscribe to make sure you're still in, just in case you get dropped. Yeah, always double check, and if there's people you like just go and check on them, and make sure you're still subscribed.
That's another thing too. I've been making comments on my channel about it too. So go to the channels you watch, and if you unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the notification bell again, that refreshes it. Because I was saying on a live chat recently where, I'm a Vanlife girl fan. Everybody knows this by now. And if you don't, you know now. And YouTube has unsubscribed me from his channel. Or they changed the notification bell. I don't know why they do this, So just refreshing, your favorites and stuff like that will bring back the notifications.
Lorraine Kellner says, Dawn, that's good to know. I'll comment more often. I do try to watch with the commercials on. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know ads are annoying, and only if it's a 2-minute annoying ad, I don't care if you skip it. Just skip it. It's a 2-minute annoying ad. But if it's a 45-minute insurance commercial, and that what's
45 minute or second?
45 second, not minute. But it was a 45-second commercial. What's the progressive lady? What's her name?
I have no idea.
Anyway, if the little Geico gecko is going to talk to you for 45 seconds, not minutes, let that play. But honestly, if it's just going on too long, I'm not going to get mad at you if you click off the commercial, because honestly, I'm going to be honest.
Don't you just set it so that they can't click off? So I set mine because I do a lot of cinematography. And I hate commercials. That's why I could never watch cable TV, because I felt like I was never enough. I didn't have as much or whatever. Yeah. It just drove me crazy.
I try not to. I honestly don't like them playing in the middle. I only allow them to play before and after. Same. That is a manual thing that you have to go in and set. If there is a natural break and it's a long video, sometimes I might put one in the middle. But I don't like when it stops.
What's considered a long video?
I don't know if it's a 30-minute video. I have done those. Oh my God! With
I don't have
a natural break
to be 30. But I think my longest video is 13 minutes.
Oh, I did a Jackery review that I regret because it was long as heck.
Do people watch it?
People have watched it, but I don't think it's gotten the best views. But at the time,
all the geeks on the internet.
Well, I felt so honored. I wanted to do like this thorough review.
You wanted to do them reprise.
Yeah, and that was like the first thing they sent me, which was the Jackery 1000, which I don't even have anymore because I gifted it to somebody.
What size is that battery in the kitchen?
That's the 1500.
Dudes, my dudes out in YouTube land, we have this cute little setup in the kitchen. We're gonna have to do a little video on it. It's like this one's just right. We have like a little tiny Jackery battery, and then we have mama size, and then there's like this big daddy size. It's like it's huge. It's so big.
But the funny thing about Jackeries, because like Blue Eddies don't all look the same.
No,
Jackeries all look the same. So when you see the different size beside each other, it just is also like whoa, because like if you're used to yours, if you see one bigger or smaller, it's like the thing you're used to
it's like
either shrunk or expanded. Yeah,
it's like you have the daddy, the mommy, and the baby.
But you know, as much as people hate on Jackery, they have branded themselves effectively. They are.
I've had mine for 3 years and I love it.
And it's like, I'm not saying they're better than Blue Eddy. Honestly, at the end of the day, Blue Eddy and Jackery, you're probably going to be happy either way. I'm not going to pretend you're going to be more happy with one than the other because you have a different one and a Jackery. Yeah, and it's like they're all kind of factor at that point. What I like about my Jackery is I'm beating the crap out of it and the thing still works. So I could say that I'm beating the heck out of it.
Running your house off of it. I'll be running my house off of something similar. Spoiler alert.
FDM215 says the same for Marquise Brown that we were talking about. I don't buy any of that stuff, but his content is just so well done. Exactly. And also he's like super honest. He did this thing on like my real feelings about Apple, and he loves Apple. He's an Apple guy. But it was like so like straightforward about the good and bad of Apple, because some people love Apple so much they just don't like Apple, put the stars in the sky and like there's no flaws to it as a system. And there are some flaws to it. There's things amazing about Apple. And like going back to the Jackery thing, because they brand themselves so much in that same mode. Like there's some great things about Jackery. Are a lot of the criticisms valid? Yeah, but it's still a great device and I like mine. That's basically what it comes down to. The cycle life is a huge thing, which is totally valid.
Cycle life meaning?
The Jackery battery has 500 cycles, which people interpret as you can only charge it 500 times and then it's going to die, which is incorrect. No, that's not how cycles and batteries work. No. But people hear that and they go, well, this has 500 and this has X amount, but it's like, does it have the same build quality? Is it going to last as long? Like, Apple stuff is expensive, but if you get it new and get it with Apple Care, a lot of people are willing to pay that to have those protections, and it is a good device. There are things that annoy me about Apple. I never want to own an iPhone, but I can give it that, and I can respect people who change their iPhone because like it actually is time, as opposed to there's a new one and I just bought one last year. Right. But I don't want to go iPhone hating. No. I'm just not an iPhone person. I've always had Android.
I love both. Yeah. I'm on Android right now.
Amanda Sinclair says Chrome has just celebrated 200K, but honestly, I watched for Cruz the Bulldog.
I watch for Chrome.
I like Chrome
and Cruz.
Yeah. I miss Disco.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved Disco because he was this older dog who had lived his life in an apartment. And so like the thrill of him suddenly living this van life.
Right, in the woods and stuff. Yeah.
And Cruz is adorable, but Cruz is spoiled. He's always been a superstar. Whereas Disco was like, wow, this is cool. Like, this is new. And like Disco, I didn't realize was like a little bit blind at the end of his life. So like it's Disco, man. Disco forever, man.
I love I made a comment on Chrome's channel when he first started, when he was like, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to be in my van. And I was like, I can't wait to see you discover the backcountry. And now he's like just so jacked and excited about it. And I love to see that. Because he's excuse me, he's tromping around all my backyard. Like everywhere he's going, I've been. Like that's my backyard.
That's when your Canadian comes out when you say Vin.
When I
It's
say
like a
what?
bean.
Bean?
Yeah.
Bean?
The way
How do you guys say it? Bin?
Yeah.
Oh, bean. Well, it's the Queen's English, Dawn. Come on.
We don't respect no queens in the U.S. America.
Respect the Queen. God save the Queen. She ain't no human being. Do you know that song?
CJW, I appreciate all the emojis. It says, I love the idea of adding emojis in the comments just to help please the algorithm if I don't have something specific to say. And there's socks and gloves, and I don't know what that is, and a puppy and a light luggage. And many more emojis.
Oh my god. I want an emoji for me. Can someone make me an emoji and send it to me? With
Julie
my
Percival X, where's the wine tonight, Mindy?
The what?
Where's the wine?
The wine? It's in the cup. I'm drinking. Here, wait. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. And this is Wendy Kai's art from Portland, or from Eugene, Oregon. Cheers. It's after 4:20. Oops. Didn't say that I do that, but I know it's after that time of the night.
Miss VKC says there are 45-minute commercials though.
What?
Don't watch it.
Who would watch a 45-minute commercial?
Don't they know? Like,
isn't that an infomercial?
Yeah.
I mean, unless it was interesting, I might watch it, but that's some severe mental health need, to watch a 45-minute commercial. I just shame people that watch 40. No, if you need to watch it, just do it.
Yeah. FEM215, you're the real MVP, says last year some supplement company kept showing me an hour commercial on your channel. I would just walk away and let it run. I appreciate you, because I would not watch anything that long.
My channel is showing stuff like tactile equipment, gorgeous like cookware to cook with, food, sexy rigs. Like, if there's like stupid commercials, skip it. Don't watch it.
Vanlife Short says, I've watched a 22-minute ad for Dawn. Thank you so much. 22. Made my lunch and it was done. When the ad ended just in time for the video to start, it was an ad for RVs. At least it was on theme.
We're like all of you. We don't watch the ads for the other folks that we follow. We don't.
Like, if it's really short or I'm not paying attention, because there are some people, not van lifers, because usually like I need to see their videos, but like some people, honestly, they're just talking, so I can kind of listen to them like podcasts, especially if it's just like a review. So sometimes I'm not near the phone, and so the ad will play, and I'll just be like, whatever. But if it goes on too long, I'm like, all right, come back, skip. So I appreciate all of you for sitting through the ads. They really do help. And I think, like, even if you don't watch the whole ad, I think if you let it play to a certain point, it still counts. I don't know. I'm not going to get it all into
I have no idea how it works. I just get a paycheck every
Mm-hmm.
month that's tiny.
I appreciate anybody who does anything to support me, watching videos all the way through, watching the ads, likes, all that stuff. I appreciate, because I still can't get over the idea of anybody watching my channel.
The whole world is watching you, Dawn.
Oh, CJW says, I've heard a couple creators say watching at least 35 to 45 seconds of an ad makes a difference.
Of course they're telling you that, because they want you to watch 35 or 45 seconds of it. I'm not asking anyone to be tortured on my channel.
Absolutely. That's how I feel.
I'm not asking that at all.
And I think if you pay for YouTube, there are people who pay for YouTube.
You
are getting factored in, even though you're not watching, because you're paying. Because the idea, basically, for the ads are paying for YouTube. YouTube is hosting a lot of videos. That costs a lot of money. And so the ads are just contributing to them, and because your content, quote unquote, is making people want to watch YouTube, it's like you're getting a cut of what the advertisers are paying to YouTube. A very tiny cut, believe me. A microscopic cut.
I want to respond to Catherine C's ad. So I have my little Wonder Boom speaker that I take in the shower because I'm listening to music or something, or maybe I'm listening to a live stream. And you're right. It sucks when you're getting in the shower and an ad starts for an hour and you gotta like get out and tap the. No, I don't want to see the ad. We get it. We're just We are just like you, but we're here talking to you.
What? CJW says anyone get the 2.5-hour ad from Patagonia a few months ago? No.
What? I love Patagonia gear. Just oh my god.
I'm not gonna watch their commercial that I wasn't expecting.
Well, I don't know. It depends. If it's like some kind of like summit questing outdoor thing, yes, I would watch it because I love that kind of stuff.
Hot Rod PC66 says any big plans to get your channel boosted to over 25,000 subs?
Yes. Tell your friends.
Well, yeah, it's to keep making content, and when it happens. Like that's how I roll.
You don't have 30,000 subs?
No, I think I just got into like the 24K.
Okay, so we're gonna work on this. My subscribers need to subscribe to her channel. So does Jay Lena's and Isaac's. We're gonna get.
Oh, you guys have more subs than me, I think.
Yeah, Dawn.
I was at like 23 for a month.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine just happened because of that weird video. I'm not a prepper, so they're going to be really disappointed.
Freedom Dove says Tina's live feed with the Adventure Bandits was great. I love all the love Tina's getting in the chat right now.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Colleen, my Jamaican Scorpio queen. I see you.
Lisa Ross, thank you. She says I love Dawn so much. She has the best smile.
She does.
And
I get to experience her in person.
FDM215 is just concurring that yes, this is how TV works as well. TV shows get a cut of the ad revenue based on how popular they are. Yeah, that's basically all it is. Advertisers are like, people are watching YouTube. Advertisers want their advertisements in front of eyes. So they pay YouTube in front of eyes. And YouTube is like, if you let us put videos or in your videos, we'll give you some money. And that's why some people fill their whole video with ads, which I hate.
Oh god,
I hate those middle interruptions.
I actually click on my monetization when I upload a video, like, no, I don't want this kind, I don't want this kind, because I want you to enjoy what you see on my channel. You know, the best thing you can do is share out a friend's channel on social media. Tell your friends to subscribe and watch. Just watch it. That's all you need to do is just watch it.
Yep. All right. It says buffering. I think it's time to wrap this up. I think I've gotten to the end of the chat. Hopefully,
in my neighborhood.
Hopefully, I didn't
thanks, Del.
miss anything. I think it's because I intended to wrap it up before, and
I don't even know how long
it always it's a little bit over an hour. Oh. Is it 1:42? Wow. Well, we had that moment of the screen going black, and then we kept talking. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up for the night. So good night, everyone. Thank you.
We're checking out
to everyone who sent some money for the tire fund.
YouTube. You never know where either one of us are going to find.
Yes, and right now I'm in Oregon, and as you've seen, people have been popping up in each other's videos like all the time. So we'll see.
We might pop up somewhere tomorrow. You might know. We need to eat some dinner.
And yeah, I think we can wrap this up. I'm always looking. I'm like, is there anything I want to respond to before?
Oh, Nancy, my name is Mindy. It's nice meeting you too.
Yes, this is Mindy of Ninth Element for anybody who doesn't know.
Just put in Ninth Element on Google. I supersede the periodic.
She has a base camp, but she does travel and live out of her Honda Element.
I do. I'm not currently living out of it. I'm living here.
And she invited me to sit by the fire and enjoy the warmth. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're going to wrap this up.
Do you know how to shut it off?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I'm going. Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.